Migingo Island is a paradox, a tiny speck in Lake Victoria where thousands of fishermen carve out a life. Amidst the bustling shanties, fierce competition unfolds over dwindling resources, igniting clashes. Once a serene paradise, its vibrant culture now grapples with external pressures and territorial disputes. The island's soul hangs in the balance, echoing the resilience of its people amid an overwhelming tide. There's a place in Africa so small it could fit into a football field, and still leave room to spare. Yet hundreds of people live there, stacked in metal shacks, sharing every inch of rocky ground. Fishermen, soldiers, traders, and tension. This is Migingo Island, a tiny patch of land in Lake Victoria that has ignited diplomatic spats, military standoffs, and national pride between two East African giants, Kenya and Uganda. It's not just a dot on a map, it's a storm in still water. Migingo Island lies in the eastern part of Lake Victoria, Africa's largest lake, and the world's second largest freshwater body. It covers just about 2,000 square meters. That's half an acre, smaller than a city block, and yet nearly 500 to 600 people call it home. Most of them live in tin-roofed shacks, jammed together like jigsaw pieces. There's barely room to breathe. So why would anyone fight over this rock? The answer lies beneath the water. Lake Victoria is teeming with Nile perch, a prized fish in both local and global markets. Fishermen can earn thousands from a good haul, and Migingo Island sits at the center of some of the richest fishing grounds in the entire lake. Control the island, and you control the trade. But there's a problem. The Kenya-Uganda border on the lake is murky, literally. Colonial maps were vague, GPS coordinates don't agree, so both countries claim Migingo as their own. In the early 2000s, Kenyan fishermen began settling on Migingo. Soon after, Ugandan police and Marines landed, claiming the island belonged to Uganda. They raised their flag and demanded taxes. Kenya protested. Officials were sent. Meetings were held. At one point, both countries had security forces stationed on the island, side by side, rifles slung, eyeing each other warily. It was a standoff over a rock. Despite the tension, life goes on. The island is always awake. From sunrise to moonlight, boats come and go, engines rumbling. Fish is hauled in, dried, gutted, sold, eaten. There are makeshift bars, shops, even a small shrine, but no schools, no clean water, no hospital. Injury or illness means a dangerous boat ride to the mainland. Still, they stay, because here there is money to be made, and nowhere else to go. Kenya and Uganda have repeatedly clashed over Migingo. Fishermen allege harassment, arrests, confiscated equipment, bribes. Ugandan authorities claim they are maintaining order. Kenyan leaders see it as an incursion. A border commission was formed in 2009, but a final agreement? Still missing. Yet neither country wants open conflict, so a fragile peace holds, built on silent agreements and informal cooperation. Migingo is more than a fishing island. It represents a deeper issue in post-colonial Africa, undefined borders, resource battles, and communities caught in the middle. From the mineral-rich lakes of the Congo to the oil fields of South Sudan, the continent's invisible lines continue to spark tension. Migingo is not just a dot in the lake, it is a mirror. Today, Migingo remains as it was, cramped, contested, yet alive. Kenyan and Ugandan fishermen fish the same waters. The flags may change, but the people remain. And while the world debates ownership, the islanders rise with the sun, cast their nets, and survive, wave by wave. In a world obsessed with power and borders, they remind us that sometimes living itself is the greatest victory. Thanks for watching. What do you think should happen to Migingo Island? Should it belong to Kenya, Uganda, or be shared? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Subscribe for more untold stories from Africa and beyond.